This player once scored in a World Cup final. He sent his team to a Champions League final for the first time in over a decade and topped the list of the most expensive players in football history. But then, he became a disgraced footballer, sidelined after failing a doping test. Testosterone levels were flagged in both his initial test and B sample, and prosecutors demanded the maximum ban. This is the story of the rise, the fall, and the comeback of one of football's most hyped stars, Paul Pogba. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video and subscribe. You won't want to miss a moment of this incredible journey. Paul Pogba was born in France to Guinean parents, in a household where football ran in the blood. His two older brothers were already playing the game, but there was something different about him, something that made people stop and watch every time he touched the ball. From the age of 6, he was dribbling, passing, and scoring like a child far beyond his years. His talent was raw, natural, and impossible to ignore. Soon, local coaches began to take notice, and he joined his first youth club, where he quickly became the standout player. By the age of 13, Pogba made the move to a bigger academy, where he didn't just play, he led. He captained the under-13 side, showing a maturity and vision rare for someone so young. It wasn't long before scouts from one of the biggest clubs in the world were watching. Manchester United, all the way from England, recognized the raw potential in this young prodigy. At 16 years old, he made the bold move to England to join their academy, stepping onto a stage that had launched legends. By 19, Pogba realized something crucial. He couldn't wait for sporadic first-team appearances. He was ready for the big stage, the spotlight, and the chance to prove himself consistently among the world's elite. And so, with a mix of ambition and courage, he made a decision that shocked many. He would leave Manchester United and sign with Juventus, the powerhouse of Italian football, where he could truly step into the role of a star. But leaving wasn't the end of his story, it was just the beginning. Because as soon as he set foot in Italy, he would face a new level of challenge, pressure, and expectation. A stage where only the truly exceptional would rise to the top. From this moment, the boy was about to become a man. In Italy, he wouldn't just be a talented youth player, he would be expected to lead, to dominate, and to show the world why he was worth the hype. This is where his journey truly begins. As soon as Pogba arrived in Italy, it was clear that Juventus wasn't just another club, it was a proving ground. He was no longer the promising youth player, he was a young man, expected to perform on the biggest stage in Europe. From the start, he made an impact. His first goal for Juventus came against Napoli, a moment that instantly showed he could handle pressure and deliver when it mattered most. He wasn't just playing games, he was leaving his mark, building a reputation that would soon attract attention far beyond Italy. In his first season, he helped Juventus win the Serie A title and the Supercoppa Italiana, demonstrating not only his skill but also his ability to perform in decisive moments. But his ambitions didn't stop at club football. He captained France's youth side at the FIFA U20 World Cup, leading them to victory for the first time in the country's history. His performances were so outstanding that he won the Golden Ball, awarded to the tournament's best player. That same year, Paul was named Golden Boy of 2013, an honor reserved for the most promising young talent in Europe. It was recognition that the world was starting to take notice, and this was just the beginning. The following season, he became even more central to Juventus' success. He was playing more games than anyone else on the team, proving that he could carry the weight of responsibility. At just 21, he helped Juventus defend their Serie A title, solidifying his status as one of Europe's brightest young stars. His performances didn't go unnoticed. Pogba was named in the Serie A Team of the Year and won the Bravo Award, given to the best player under 23. By now, Juventus wasn't just benefiting from his talent, they were being defined by it. Yet, there was something more. He wasn't just excelling individually, he was lifting everyone around him, making his teammates better and demonstrating leadership beyond his age. Every pass, tackle, and goal added to a growing legend. By the time he turned 23, the world was watching. He had won multiple domestic titles, led France's youth teams to historic victories, and was emerging as a force on the European stage. But the greatest tests were still to come. The boy who became a man in Turin was about to step onto the international stage, where pressure, expectation, and fame would collide, and where the line between glory and downfall would begin to blur. By 2014, Pogba had earned a call-up to France's senior national team, stepping onto the international stage for the first time in a major tournament, the World Cup. The expectations were high. but so was his confidence. He featured in all 5 of France's matches, showing glimpses of the brilliance that had already made him a sensation in Italy. In the round of 16, he delivered a man-of-the-match performance against Nigeria, orchestrating play and dominating the midfield. Though France were eventually knocked out by eventual champion Germany in the quarterfinals, one thing was clear: France had discovered a new superstar. By now, Pogba wasn't just a rising star, he was a player the world was watching. At 23 years old, he had won multiple Serie A titles, dominated in Europe, and demonstrated he could carry both club and country on his shoulders. Juventus' success was intertwined with his brilliance, and France's young team had a beacon of hope in him. Yet, the next stage of his journey would come with even greater expectations and even more pressure. The boy who had conquered Italy and impressed the world was about to become the most expensive footballer in history, a title that would change the course of his career forever. In 2016, Manchester United made a bold statement. They paid €105 million to bring him back from Juventus, making him the most expensive footballer in history at the time. The world watched in awe and disbelief.
There's no words. To be honest, there's no words. When I just came back to Carrington, it was like I just came back home and I just went for a holiday. It looks like I went for a holiday. I come back home, I'm happy, and I see everyone, the same person, and just a great feeling, to be honest.
Expectations skyrocketed overnight. With such a staggering price tag came immense pressure. The media dissected every detail of his life. His haircuts, goal celebrations, social media posts, holidays, and even his dance moves. Fans debated endlessly. Was he worth it? Could he live up to the hype? Despite the scrutiny, he delivered early. In his first season back, he helped Manchester United reach the EFL Cup final, scoring a critical goal in the semi-final. He also helped the team win the Europa League, netting a goal in the final against Ajax, the club's first European trophy in 9 years. It seemed like a fairy tale. But pressure has a way of creeping in. The English media and fans began scrutinizing every misstep, every quiet game, and even every injury. Conflicts with managers started to emerge, and injuries began to chip away at his consistency. Despite the challenges at club level, Pogba remained a powerhouse for France. By the 2018 World Cup in Russia, he was no longer just a promising talent. He was a world-class midfielder, ready to leave his mark on the biggest stage of all. Throughout the tournament, he dominated the midfield, dictating play, creating chances, and controlling the tempo of the game. In the final against Croatia, he scored a crucial goal, helping France lift the trophy and solidifying his status as a World Cup champion. The glory of winning the world's most prestigious tournament seemed to erase the doubts surrounding his club career. By 2022, he was at a crossroads. His contract with Manchester United had expired, and as a 29-year-old World Cup winner and free agent, the football world expected him to choose his next move wisely. Would he return to Juventus, revisit past glory, or finish his career in a fairy tale homecoming in Paris?
Ci siamo!
Ci siamo davvero! Paul, bentornato.
Grazie.
Cosa significa per te tornare qui a casa, tornare qui alla Juventus, e quali sono le tue sensazioni in questo momento?
Come diciamo in inglese, home sweet home. Mi sento veramente bene. Già i primi giorni che sono qua, veramente un'atmosfera che non posso spiegare. Sono molto felice e molto impaziente di iniziare a giocare con la Juve, che è mia squadra.
He made his choice, but fate had other plans. Shortly after signing, a meniscus injury struck, initially sidelining him for 2 months. Surgery extended his absence to 7 months, meaning he missed the 2022 World Cup, a cruel blow for a player eager to compete at the highest level once again. While he battled injuries, more challenges emerged off the pitch. Accusations arose, suggesting he had consulted with doctors to influence his international teammates, creating a whirlwind of media scrutiny, family drama, and mental pressure. He faced a storm that few athletes ever endure. Physical setbacks compounded by personal betrayals and constant media attention. In September 2023, just weeks shy of his 31st birthday, he faced a shocking blow. A doping test revealed abnormal testosterone levels and a suspension was imposed.
He was banned after the A test came back positive for testosterone. He asked for the B sample to then be tested. That too came back positive in October. The prosecutors asked for the maximum ban to be imposed of 4 years.
It was the moment that shook the football world. Fans, media, and critics questioned everything. Could this be the end of a career that had once reached unimaginable heights? Despite the grim situation, he refused to give up. He publicly stated that he had never knowingly or deliberately taken any banned substances and vowed to appeal the decision. After months of uncertainty, legal battles, and intense scrutiny, he finally returned to the pitch, determined to prove that he still had what it takes to compete at the highest level. His first appearances after the ban and injuries were cautious, as he needed to rebuild his fitness and confidence. Muscle fatigue and setbacks continued to challenge him, but he remained focused on regaining his former form. Each minute played was a step toward redemption. Fans and media continued to question him. Could he ever return to the level he once reached? Could a player who had faced injuries, personal drama, and a suspension truly reclaim his place among the elite? Yet he kept pushing, determined to silence critics not with words, but with performances on the pitch. The journey was slow, but the determination was clear. He would not let the lows define his career. Now the question isn't just about football, it's about human resilience. Can a player who experienced so much at such a young age, from glory to near destruction, find a second peak? Can he prove that even the most expensive player in history can rise again? What do you think? Will he fully reclaim his former glory, or is the shadow of past setbacks too large to overcome? Comment below with your thoughts. I'll be reading every response. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the rise, fall, and comeback of one of football's most fascinating players, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more incredible stories from the world of football.